Good morning, it's Lance freaking Hepler. I'm here with Jason Evans, part of the Cyclocross Crusade course crew. What do you say today, Jason?
I think it's going to be a fantastic day, once because it's dry and all this mud is going to tacky up really nice. So I think it'll be really nice.
Also, apparently I'm a midget standing next to, midget, I'm a little person standing next to Jason. Let's have fun today, Jason.
Yeah,
Thanks,
good
buddy.
luck, brother.
All right, folks, this is day 2 at Edgefield McMinimans in the Portland, Oregon area. It's actually in Troutdale or Gresham. I don't know. Maybe it's Troutdale. Anyway, this is day 2. It is not a costume day. Yesterday was the costume day. Today we got USAC points for the races. So a few more people showed up trying to get some of those USAC points. You can see this race started with this diabolical paved climb, which just sucked the soul right out of you every time you had to go up it. I think we did 8 laps. I don't know, maybe I did 7 laps. Anyway, got a much better start today than yesterday. I actually made it to the start line on time and actually got the call up. Jason Evans was actually doing the call ups, and his first call up was for anybody who had somebody dress up like them yesterday. So that was funny. I got the first call up, so I was in pole position and promptly gave up 5 spots in the first 30 seconds, as you can see right here. We had a pretty big group in our race today. There were 33 50-plus racers. That's quite a few. All the usual suspects, the same 10 guys that I've been battling with at different races all year. This section was always a little bit tricky. It's downhill and steep and just a hair off camber, and you got going pretty fast. I've got Scott Bradway right ahead of me. Up ahead of him, Michael Brown, Jeff Rice, I think Gabe Sabatic was up here. There's Webster Wilson trying to pick the line and rip through it on his mountain bike. That didn't work, Webster. See ya. Webster's derailleur bricked on his cyclocross bike, so we brought out his mountain bike and gave it a go. And this was not good conditions for big tires or mountain bike tires for mountain bikes. The course, after all the rain yesterday, there was a lot of mud on course, but as you can see, it's a beautiful sunny day today. Sun was out all day, but this race was at 10 a.m. And so course was still wet and peanut buttery for the 50-plus race. It started to tack up quite a bit more as the day wore on, and the traction got much better. But for our race, tire choice and tire pressure were very important. Now, I'm a 180-pound guy, 175-pound guy. I'm on Limas tires, which is a mud tire, and I was running them at 19 and 20 PSI, which is pretty low. It is tubeless. I do have Cush core in there, which allows me to run a little bit lower, and it gave me pretty decent traction in some of the peanut buttery mud, especially those little uphill peanut buttery mud sections. But still, as the day wore on, traction got better, tire pressure became less of an important choice as the traction got better, but not for our race. There's a couple barriers here, way too close, so not bunny hoppable at all. Also a little bit tall, so made him not bunny hoppable. There was this mud slog right before the start-finish line that was a little treacherous to go through. And you can see here is the finish gantry. So turn the start and then take a right turn and freaking grinding up this hill. Now it was only like a 20 or 30 second effort, but oh my gosh, it was stand up out of the saddle, grind as hard as you possibly can. And it hurt. It hurt every single time we went up it. Here you can see I'm trying to pick a better line through these muddy, slick off camber sections. Usually green means grip. So if you can get over to the grassy areas, you can get a little bit more grip. I botched that right there. Sometimes you just can't make the turn right. Yep, there I am trying to get over the barriers again. And through this back section, which was still pretty quick, even though it was quite muddy and it was firm enough that it was pretty quick. And then through this mud bog, I found that if I hit it straight diagonally, I kind of made it pretty quickly through there. And then grind up this freaking hill again. Oh, I was demoralized every time I got on top of this thing. It hurt so much. Maybe if I was 150 pounds, it wouldn't have hurt so much. But then I'd probably, who knows? Maybe I should be 100. Now see, then you get down the whole, you know, the rabbit hole of I've got to be way too light. Never mind. You can see here. So I picked the right line. I'm ripping past Chris Hitchcock there. See, that time I was able to stay on the greener grass. See, I'm trying to stay on the green grass. This corner up here was always a little bit tricky, and I found if I went way wide into the green, and then after I got through here, I cut all the way over to the other side for the next corner. It was actually pretty quick that you could stay on it over there. Here's the downhill section. You can see the chunky, thick mud flying in front of the camera. My bike was coated in it. I probably should have swapped bikes like 3 or 4 laps in to go with a lighter bike. You can see how I did the exact opposite line of that guy in front of me, and it was way faster what I did. All the way to the outside, all the way to the inside, and it made it. And then same here, a thick, muddy section, but I hugged the tape on one side really closely, and it just allowed me to move through that just a little bit quicker. So you may ask, where am I in the field of 33 at this point? I think I was in like 10th or something, or 9th. See, here I am telling my friends there that I'm about to cry. Yeah, so this is like 1 lap to go, and so the guy right up ahead of me, that's Gabe Sabatic and James Green. They're both in my field, and on the last lap, I was gaining on them, and of course I missed it all on video, and the 3 of us all actually finished together, but they both finished.
You too, brother. Yeah, I was having the Rogler problem.
Love these guys. They're both fantastic competitors. I was gaining on them in that last lap, and just couldn't quite get around them on the last lap. And I thought I was recording it, but clearly I wasn't. You know, my brain was deprived of oxygen. I wasn't thinking very clearly. Here's the start of the Cat 3 Masters. There's my friend Chris Surratt. It was his birthday today. Happy birthday, Chris. There's Martin Baker and Nolan and Adam, and there they go, taking off. You can see the paved hill up ahead, and they're all trying to grind up it. You can see that red light there. That was our start system for this series. There's the Master 1-2 men, or 1-2 open field starting. And the Masters, the 1-2 field, they had this off-camber section that we did yesterday, but that got really slick yesterday, and this was part of the A-line, so it wasn't in my race. Hi, Andy. There's and so this was part of their lap, but not the laps I was doing today. There is Jack Abel and Paul first in the 1-2 race. Jack was in the lead right there. Paul was in second. You can see Felipe in the lead, and then Jack, and then Paul. This is 1-2-3 at this point in the 1-2 race. There's Paul Boursier making it up there. You can see how tricky and off-camber and muddy this section was. Some sections of it were definitely faster to run, and some sections were decent if you could ride them. There's Felipe trying to make it around, and Paul just with 2 steps actually got around him right there. It's just made it tricky. Paul ended up with a great race today and got away from Jack and from Felipe and Paul first. My teammate actually won the 1-2 race today. Way to go, Paul. Fantastic.
Come on, Palmer!
So just fun. So A lot of tricky stuff, a lot of fun time today.
Paul,
this was a
that's
great
it.
course. This was a great venue.
Yes. Nice
Glad
job,
that we
Paul.
were able to use it. There's Paul winning the 1-2 race, and super happy he was there.
Good job,
Hey,
Felipe.
thank you guys for watching these videos. I appreciate all the love and support I've gotten over the last couple days. Love you guys. Please make a comment what you think I should do next.